If you follow me on Instagram, then you know I've been shooting with the Sony a6700 for a few weeks now. So in this video, I literally just went on like a 10-minute photo walk, took some pictures. I'm gonna show you those pictures. I'm gonna show you how I edited those pictures, and also just share some of the things that I noticed from doing this photo shoot. Anytime you get a new camera, you should shoot with it as much as possible to, learn the footage, learn how it behaves, learn what it can do, what it can't do. And so that's what I've been doing for the last few weeks, just so that I can come back to you guys and give an accurate report on, what I've learned, what I like, what I don't like, before I go out there and make videos about how good or bad the camera is. So I took the camera out using the Tamron 11 to 20 millimeter, and it made me remember why I like shooting with prime lenses when I do photos, because being able to zoom in and out sometimes is more of a hindrance than something that helps. When I use a prime lens, I know that there are no options, so what I see is what I get. With the zoom lens, sometimes I might be zoomed in at 20 and I wonder, what does it look like at 11? And then sometimes I'm at 11, I'm wondering what it looks like at 20, so I'm trying different things. So you'll probably see me taking pictures with prime lenses moving forward, even though if you guys want it, I'll take more pictures and definitely video with this lens, because there's nothing wrong with the lens. I like the lens. It's just that I don't really like using zoom lenses for photos. I typically edit the photos in DaVinci Resolve, and I'll show you how and why later. But what I realized doing this shoot is that I often overexpose the photos. I don't know why, but that's just something that you take note of when you're using a new camera, that whatever I see on the viewfinder or through the eyepiece, for some reason I calculated it to be a little brighter. Maybe it's because I'm used to shooting with other cameras and it might look a little different. So a common theme that you're going to see here is that the raw picture is on the bright side. Like, it's not overexposed to where I can't recover the information because it's a raw file, but it's definitely brighter than I intended to expose it. But like I said, that's not the camera fault. That's just my relationship with the camera. We just ain't there yet. Because I edited the photos in DaVinci Resolve, one thing that I commonly do is take out all of the contrast, because I'm going to add all that in DaVinci. But I reduce the contrast, make sure the exposure is proper. Any highlight, shadow issues I might have, I fix all that in Lightroom. So I have all the pictures at the bottom that I selected. I went through each one and just made those adjustments before I opened them in Lightroom, in DaVinci. If you're wondering how do you edit raw photos in DaVinci, well, the first thing I do is, after I make all of those adjustments, I save the pictures as a TIFF. DaVinci can open TIFF files, so I export all the pictures that I want to edit as a TIFF and then open those up in DaVinci. So here are the edited files in DaVinci, and the first thing I do is find out what the resolution of the image is. So this camera's resolution for the raw file is 6,192 by 4,128. So that's the size that I make the timeline in DaVinci, so we won't have to crop anything. Once that's done, I import all the pictures, as you can see here, and I go to the color grading tab. In the color grading tab, I typically make the first node for any exposure and contrast adjustments, the second node for any color adjustments that I make, and the third node is where I apply Dehancer. Dehancer is my favorite plugin. Using the tools that come with the enhancer in combination with the tools that are built into DaVinci Resolve gives me like an unlimited amount of freedom with editing these photos. There is the enhancer that's available for Photoshop and Lightroom, but like I said, those programs don't have the color grading tools laid out the way that Resolve has, so that's why I edit everything in Resolve. So typically the first thing I do is I apply a dehancer, and this is pretty much what it looks like with my dehancer settings. So as you can see, dehancer did not just magically make the pictures look good, it's just a plug-in of tools. And what I did was I added the print simulation of Kodak 2383. It's a very common film that's used when they film movies, just to set like the color palette that I like. And I added the film grain and a little bit of halation and bloom, and that's pretty much all I use the dehancer for. So as you can see, it doesn't look like the final product, it's just different. And then after that, I go in and I make my exposure adjustments, which got me here, and then all of my tonality and color correction things I did here. And as you can see, there's no LUTs, no presets, anything like that. I did it all manually. I came in and adjusted the colors and the saturation of things and tone curves, and you know, I just dialed it in to look like I wanted to look. And then at that point, you can just literally copy and paste it across the board to all the rest of the photos. So you just edit one, paste it to the rest, and then you go through and then you make, you know, minor tweaks to adjust to whatever the image is. Once you're done with the color grading, you can literally right click on the picture, hit grab still, and then you have all the images right here laid out. You can select them all, hit export them as a PNG, JPEG, whatever you want to export it as, and that's how you get the pictures full quality with the ability to edit in DaVinci Resolve. Very easy. So once I have them all exported, then I can open them back up in Lightroom, and this is usually when I make all my crops. I like to crop it to either 16:9 or 2.35:1. Sometimes I might do something different. I might do an Instagram crop or whatever, but this is where I do all the cropping. I crop last because I can always come in and change the crop. So I crop this one this way. If I wanted to go in and make a 4:5 crop for Instagram, that's no problem because I have the full picture, and you know, this is what that would look like. But if I did this in the beginning, I would lose the edit because I would have to go in and re-edit the whole photo just to get the rest of the information back. So I just do the whole picture from jump and then go in and make the crops after. I think this picture is probably my favorite from the day, along with probably this one, and also this one. I kind of like this one a lot too. My least favorites is usually probably the first picture you take. I try to make it more interesting with the fence, and it helped a bit, but like I say, it's the first picture. The first pictures are usually like warm-ups. So yes, I do have the Sony a6700. I will be making a lot more content with this camera, so let me know what you guys want to see. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and I will see you guys in the next one.